Hey everybody, it's your favorite red-bearded estate planning attorney here. My name is Derek Christensen. I'd be more than happy to talk to you today about whether or not your kids will pay taxes on their inheritances from you after you've passed away. But before I dive into that, I wanted to let you know how to reach out to me. You can find me at my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com. Or you can find me on my website at www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, let's dive right in. Now, the two things that are unavoidable in life are death and taxes, and unfortunately I have the career made where both people are worried about both at the same time. Dying and then paying taxes afterwards is not very fun. And many people are concerned that their children will receive a very large tax bill as soon as you pass away. Now, I have good news and I have some moderate news. I don't know how you want to describe it, but the good news is that there is no inheritance tax in the state of Texas, where I practice. So I think there are like 11 different states that do have inheritance taxes where the children would have to pay a tax bill as they receive something from an estate that's bigger than X number of dollars. This is not the case here in Texas. Every penny that your kids receive from you will not be a tax burden on them specifically. Now, I say that, but there's the second part, which is the other information that you should know about, because there's not an inheritance tax, but there is still a federal estate tax. And this is an estate tax that's set by Congress that is in effect, and it will apply to all estates that have a net worth greater than $12 million as an individual or $24 million as a couple, at least right now. But in 2025, that's going to get halved if the laws don't change. So long story short, if you are above $6 million worth, you should probably consider talking to an attorney about estate taxes. But if you are above $6 million or if you're below $6 million, then you're okay. And you don't have to worry about paying inheritance tax, and you don't have to worry about paying an estate tax. Now, if you do pay an estate tax, it will come out of the estate. It won't come out of the children's. The children won't have to pay the bill. The estate will pay the bill. In other words, if I were to pass away tomorrow, the person in charge of splitting everything up has to file with the IRS, work with accountants, talk to lawyers. Once they get everything all figured out and paid with the IRS, then whatever's left over gets split up among the children. The estate tax in that circumstance will apply to every dollar above that threshold I just mentioned. So again, $12 million for individuals right now, $24 million if you're a couple, or 6 and 12 if you are in 2026. So that being said, every dollar that is above that threshold is going to get taxed at 40% on average. And that's pretty hefty. So if you have $5 million over, then you're probably going to pay over $1 million in estate taxes, which is $1 million that could have gone to your kids. Now, the good news is, even if you are in this great situation with a great problem to have, where you have too much money and you're going to get taxed, you can do more advanced estate planning where you pay less or no estate taxes whatsoever by creating more advanced trusts, by doing transfers and working with attorneys like myself. Now, this is very rare to have this conversation. It is not frequent, and it requires quite a bit of effort to make sure you save that $1 million or more in estate taxes or whatever you're going to pay. But it does require quite advanced legal strategies that you cannot find on the internet. So that being said, there are ways to avoid the estate tax even that were applicable, but most people are not going to pay the estate tax in the first place, and there are no inheritance taxes at all. So good news for most Americans, 99.9% of us, we are okay. Nobody's going to take any money. Nobody is going to owe money. If somebody passes away, you might have to hire an attorney or an accountant to figure things out. But other than that, no taxes and no Uncle Sam sticking his finger in your assets. So with that, if you have any other questions on that front or anything else really that relates to estate planning and probate, feel free to reach out. My name is Derek Christensen again. You can find me in my email and I'll respond directly to you, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me on my website where you can schedule a free consultation directly onto my calendar at www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.